Ismail Šehić. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining this interview. This is the first, I hope, of many interviews I will be doing here. And it's my honor that somebody from Bosnia and who is sitting currently in Sarajevo is checking up here. In fact, I wanted to talk about everything talked about in these last 3 videos I did in LinkedIn, just to hear your experience about this social network side of the story. I will ask you to present yourself, to tell us first what you do, and then we dig in.
First of all, thank you for the invitation. It was my pleasure to accept this interview. As you discussed before, we have a lot of things to do and to speak about. So I hope that you will have much more important people than I am in front of your camera, and that you will discuss many other topics, because I believe that you're a very smart person and you can discuss many different things. So who am I? Who is Ismail? A young guy from Bosnia and Herzegovina who is born in 90s here during the war. But the war didn't stop me to look in my future and to think about future and the present, not about past. From my 16, I started to earn money for myself. I didn't want to depend on my parents because I had 3 other brothers. And that's maybe pushed me to start to work, to do different jobs in high school. So I was writing the songs, I was selling the songs, I was writing the stories, I was selling the stories, I was doing different creative works just to sell and to earn some money. I think from that period of high school, I pushed myself in entrepreneurship and volunteering from my 12th. So I started from Red Cross because I saw that I can help the other families. So this pushed me a lot to try to really work a lot for Bosnia and Herzegovina, to do something for my country and to try to do something for my society. Until now, I was volunteering more than 30 organizations, and now I'm active in more than 15 as contributor, as somebody who really try to support, and not only organization, but I'm always looking as supporting my society and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Currently, I'm director of one beautiful organization called Bosnian Representative Association for Valuable Opportunities. Short is Bravo. All our projects and all our activities are supported by European Commission, Council of Europe, and the other European donors. We are trying to use that money to do something in our local communities, in our cities, but in the same time to get good practices from the European Union and other European countries. From the other side, I'm doing consulting for the startup ecosystem.
What's interesting for me is that when you started, and also when I started with my journey, there were no social media. You didn't have these possibilities as you have now to brand yourself. Now you can much easier brand yourself. You went through charity organizations. You are also with Bravo. You are doing more of these social projects. And in the same time, you have this entrepreneurship story. So what would be your comparison between what you had to do then to get in, to get your network and so, and what you do now? What's now easier or harder than it was before?
Thank you for that question. Now it's much easier to like, to share, and that's it.
To network.
And that's it. And to network and to contribute. But before, you had to go outside to do volunteering. When you say volunteering, you really go and bring bags to the old people. You go to the families, do something for them. You go on the street and protest. Before, we had to do really something. We had to go outside out of our chair to do something. Now, people always think that like and share finish everything. Before, it was much harder to reach the audience, to reach the other people, communities. But when you reach somebody before, you get results. You really speak with that person. You really go and discuss the problem, opportunities and everything. So now with social media, we have much bigger opportunities, but we don't know how to use it.
You said it's so interesting because this is actually the point of this conversation. We do have these possibilities. We have a lot of possibilities. But as we democratize media, in fact, with this, there are lots of people selling fog online. And today, everybody is entrepreneur. Everybody has a startup, and this startup has some kind of artificial intelligence. Now everybody is motivational speaker or whatever. And this is exactly what motivated me to start to talk on LinkedIn, because we have like 40 million decision makers on LinkedIn of real companies. Imagine, when I heard that info, I was like, really? But there is a huge amount of fog happening on LinkedIn. When I talk to CEOs who have really good and successful companies, they say, I don't know what to do on LinkedIn, because, on LinkedIn, everybody tries to sell you something and everybody is successful, and you cannot really look under the carpet and see what's there. How do you, in fact, choose valuable connections and valuable opportunities via social media?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you forget the one important person, life coach. Nowadays, everybody's life coach. Nowadays, when you open the LinkedIn, every day you get the messages from some people, or it's scam, or it's just promotion, or they saw that you have, 10,000 views. And that's why sometimes I lose the good connections, because, in a day when you get a lot of messages, you cannot find really who it is. Sometimes I don't want to open some messages. I say, okay, come on, again. I get so many messages. Can you please absorb my skills? Like, why I should absorb something if I don't know you? I say, okay, I can, but what is the result of what I'm doing? I'm really pushing my, even volunteers, not only employees, to make a LinkedIn profile, and I'm trying to explain them how to use the LinkedIn.
So now you simply at some point need some confirmation in real life. You cannot be just existing on social media, like you don't have education, you don't have any connection to any outside of the social media organization. Is it enough today to do just digital branding, or we need also this offline branding? So
for the real life and for real businesses, they're not happening online. The connections are happening online, but real businesses, like on the paper still, there is not so much people who will make decision on any online meeting, because people want to speak with you. They want to know your background. They want to check your offices. They want to check your company. They really want to know what you're really doing.
What's also interesting is personal branding. I see it on Instagram and also on LinkedIn that people are, based on the number of likes, shares, and so, are getting the status of expert. Like, I have a marketing channel. I talk about, conversions. I have 10,000 people following me. And then somebody from some local TV will see, she's followed by lots of people. Let's call her and talk about marketing with her. Mm-hmm. And when you scratch behind the surface, you see that this person doesn't even have this education, no experience. And the only credentials this person has is this following. On my social media, especially on Instagram, with the young people, I promote more and more this, that you have to get some kind of validation in a real life. Do you feel like we are coming to this end of this social media validation? I have a feeling that 90% of the people still measures everything is like in followers and likes, although it's proven not to work so many times.
I have an example, and I was shocked when the lady, she was pregnant, gave birth, and she died. And then I learned that she was the president of one NGO working with pregnant ladies. Then you see 40,000 female in that group, and you say, okay, whoa, amazing. And then nurse present that girl without any medicine experience, any professional knowledge, and about pregnancy and about giving the birth and anything. She was leading so big a network of the ladies. And she said, when somebody from that group arrived at the hospital, and whatever that lady wrote on the group, everybody was listening to her, not to the doctors. And a lot of doctors had a fight because of the comments and the opinions. This is not professional statement. It's opinion of the one girl who opened the NGO and give suggestions and advices to the girls without any medicine background, without any professional career. And she was making bigger impact than doctors. Can you imagine this? The doctor said you have to do this because you want to save your baby. And they said, no, but this girl said this. And she had 40,000 followers. I have to listen to her. Why nobody asked her professional expertise, her experience, her knowledge about this, what she is speaking about? Because in this kind of the cases, you can make big consequences. Somebody can die because listening of you. And there, on this way, you're coming on the edge of what is normal and what is not.
This is a huge problem anyway with influencers. You saw now with Corona that you have now people who will not accept this Corona vaccine because they think that Bill Gates is cheating us, and you cannot
I know.
out. I believe that in next 10 to 20 years we have to work as society on this, that we imply our legal regulation on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, you have 5,000 people, but we put in law what is your responsibility. You have 10,000 people. Okay, this is your responsibility. You have 1 million people, my dear, you are a media.
And we need to educate the people. But again, who can educate the people? I cannot with, 6 or 7,000 people who are following me or whatever. But there is somebody with 1 million without any professional experience. I saw a few days ago on television one gamer who are playing on YouTube and he has 1 million of followers. I checked what he's doing in his life, and that guy, he's playing the games. 1 million kids are following that person. He's swearing, he's saying the bad words, he's using the totally unaccepted vocabulary, and then all the kids who should learn, read the books, read something for their future, they are listening these stupidities.
We have to make sure that people who are in real life making successes become influencers. We do whatever we do in our lives, what we think makes sense. And then we use social media as distribution channels to connect with like-minded people, but also to influence the younger generations. Because you see now, for example, you have in Bosnia so many kids who finished universities who are sitting on the unemployment agency and waiting that somebody gets them a job. And in the same time, they are using YouTube and Instagram to follow this grandmother Pigo. How is he called? We can talk about regulation, but we also have to offer some contra values. When we have so much stupidity spreading over social media, I always say, let's bring smart people and let's tell them that Instagram is not shameful. YouTube is not stupid. This is also tools which you can use in different ways. And then the other part, to encourage other smart people to support this. If you even don't make content, let's say on LinkedIn, you have to have this discipline to like and share what you like. I have a feeling that people are or in this, I want to be YouTube star, or they're just sitting passively scrolling, but we don't have simply culture of communicating via social media. So first of all, to create and then to communicate. And I think when we achieve these two things, that we can change social media landscape, in fact.
When I see that I post something really like useful and it gets like, I don't know, 100 likes and I see 10,000 views and there is no shares. Like, why are you not sharing if you think it's important? If you see, okay, like somebody is searching for the job from my connections, can you please reshare just to get bigger? And another example, I have a YouTube channel and I'm recording, for example, good and bad sides of the countries, how to travel. I'm giving advices because I'm traveling a lot. And then once I was shocked, I recorded the video in Mercator, get the different price on the bill. So I record this video, how Mercator want to cheat. My videos are getting like 1,000, 2,000 views. With this negative video, I get 250,000 views. Just because I was speaking about bad things, I was speaking about something funny. I didn't try to teach something to somebody. When it's something just to like to laugh, everybody's watching and laughing. But when they have to listen something, I really hope that our interview will be visible, but I don't think so, because people will just see, oh, 1 hour, oh my God. And I really would love to see, like in 1 year, that you reach 1-2 million of the people, because this is positive stories.
My personal opinion is that these kind of videos will never reach this many views. My goal is to reach young people on LinkedIn. Students, because I get the impression that students are so lost. This is this effort I'm doing, that we understand we can use social media to promote ourselves in positive ways. So not ourselves, but our skills, but in real life. That these likes mean nothing.
LinkedIn in the last year is growing very fast, and I'm afraid that it will be like totally misunderstood. Everybody now is going LinkedIn, but there is not giving the biggest impact what it should be. This is like what you said. We have to work on the young people who are coming just on LinkedIn and are trying to, find themselves, and we should give them positive information.
When you look at it from the entrepreneurial side, the share price is growing. Their interest is not to make it valuable. Their interest is to have as many possible
more people.
This is what Facebook did. This is what Instagram did. This is what we're doing, and everybody does the same. But I think that people will have to get digitally literate, assess on social media what's real, what's not.
We will see in the future what will happen. But as you said, for the people who are owner of this kind of the social medias, for them, the most important thing is to get money. And what will happen later, They don't care.
I think that we will achieve great things when we start talking about this. Simply to communicate these things that people are not getting focused too much on numbers, to focus on added value and to focus on building up something. And also via social media. No other generation had so much opportunity as we have. But of course, this comes with the price.
They have everything in front of them. They just have to find a way how to use that. You use Google in the very wrong way, but in amazing way. The Facebook and for everything, LinkedIn as well, and YouTube. So you can make big impact, but you can make a totally wrong way of everything. So this is how we teach ourselves and the people around us. And for me, this is the biggest, the reason why I'm posting the things. Because when, as you said, somebody meet you in a city and start to discuss with you about what you wrote, then you know that you made the impact. And this is why we should do it.
Exactly. Imagine that you have 10 likes and all those 10 people do something in real life. Imagine which kind of impact you created.
This is the result.
Then this 1,000 who are just liking and watching further. Thank you so much. I will make now one screenshot of two of us.
Okay. Okay.
I will make few. Maybe I didn't look good.
Why?
Thank you so much for joining this interview, and I hope we talk soon about some new projects.
Thank you so much for the invitation, and I really hope that we will make some impact with this. I hope that we will have a nice big book of the videos in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.